These are every One Piece character who can read Poneglyph. Very few people in the world of One Piece possess this rare ability to decode what is written on these ancient stones. Most of them are already dead, and the remaining ones live in constant danger because the world government will do anything to stop pirates from reaching Laugh Tale with their help. Today, we'll uncover the legendary characters who can unlock the secrets hidden within the Poneglyphs. First on the list, we have Kozuki Sukiyaki. He was once the shogun of Wano and a proud member of the Kozuki clan, the very family that carved the Poneglyphs centuries ago. The Kozuki are the only known bloodline naturally capable of reading these ancient stones, making them essential to uncovering the world's lost history. Sukiyaki himself lived in hiding for many years after Orochi and Kaido seized control of Wano, secretly surviving under the disguise of Tengu Yamaboshi. Despite being stripped of his title and watching his nation fall into darkness, Sukiyaki still carried the knowledge of the Poneglyphs. His survival ensured that the ability of the Kozuki clan did not vanish completely, and through him, the ancient connection to the Void Century still lives on. Next is Charlotte Pudding, the daughter of Big Mom, and a member of the Three-Eyed Tribe. At first, Pudding could not read Poneglyphs, but it was revealed that her third eye holds the potential to awaken a special ability known as the True Eye. Once awakened, she would be able to decipher and understand the language engraved on the Poneglyphs, making her one of the few people alive capable of uncovering the path to Laugh Tale. Because of this ability, Blackbeard saw her as a key piece in his own quest for the One Piece. He sent Kuzan and Van Augur to Whole Cake Island, where they successfully abducted Pudding with surprising ease. Now, she is being held captive on Hachinosu Island, which is Blackbeard's stronghold. Blackbeard is now waiting for her third eye to awaken so she can read the Poneglyphs for him, pushing him closer to his mission of reaching Laugh Tale and seizing the ultimate treasure. Next is Nico Olvia, a brilliant scholar from Ohara. She dedicated her life to studying the mysteries of the Void Century and was one of the very few people in the world who could actually read the Poneglyphs. Alongside the other scholars of Ohara, Olvia worked tirelessly to uncover the truth hidden within these indestructible stones, even though doing so was considered a crime by the world government. Olvia left her daughter Robin behind when she joined a dangerous expedition to learn more about the ancient past. Eventually, she and her team were captured by the Marines, but her determination never wavered. She returned to Ohara just before the tragic Buster Call, where the island and its people were wiped out in order to silence their discoveries. Before her death, Olvia entrusted Robin with the will of the scholars, telling her to carry on the mission of uncovering the world's lost history. Next is Professor Clover, the leader of the scholars of Ohara and one of the most brilliant minds in the world. As the head of the Tree of Knowledge, Clover dedicated his entire life to studying history. With his unmatched knowledge, he and the other scholars sought to uncover the truth about the Void Century, the forgotten era that the world government desperately wanted to erase from history. During the Ohara incident, Clover stood proudly against the world government. In a tense exchange with the Gorosei, he explained that the Poneglyphs might not have been created to promote war, but rather to preserve the truth of history so that it could one day be passed on. His speech revealed how close he and his fellow scholars had come to uncovering the true identity of the ancient kingdom. Knowledge so dangerous that the world government immediately ordered his execution before he could say its name. Next is Kozuki Oden, the legendary samurai of Wano and one of the most remarkable figures in One Piece history. Born into the Kozuki clan, the very family that originally created the Poneglyphs, Oden inherited the ability to read and understand these ancient stones. Unlike many others, however, Oden's fate would intertwine directly with the Pirate King himself. After learning of Oden's ability to read Poneglyphs, Roger requested Whitebeard to lend him Oden for a year-long journey. Oden was not only a powerful warrior, but also a man with an insatiable thirst for adventure. His journey led him to sail with both Whitebeard and later Goldie Roger. It was during his time with Roger that his ability to read the Poneglyphs became vital. As they ventured across the Grand Line, Oden was the one who deciphered the road Poneglyphs, guiding Roger and his crew to the final island, Laugh Tale. In this way, Oden played a direct role in helping Roger become the first and only Pirate King. Next is Nico Robin, the sole survivor of Ohara. From the age of 8, Robin had already mastered the ancient language thanks to the teachings of the scholars of Ohara, including her mother, Nico Olvia, and Professor Clover. When the world government launched the Buster Call to destroy Ohara, Robin lost everything, but she carried with her the will of the scholars and their mission to uncover the true history. Because she could understand the Poneglyphs, the world government viewed her as a direct threat to their power. To eliminate her, they branded her a demon and placed an enormous bounty on her head at just 8 years old, which was 79 million berries. Despite this, Robin never gave up on her dream. Her journey eventually led her to the Straw Hat Pirates, where she finally found true companions who accepted her for who she was. With them, Robin began deciphering the Poneglyphs scattered across the seas, gradually uncovering the history of the ancient Kingdom, the Void Century, and the location of the Road Poneglyphs. To this day, Nico Robin remains the biggest threat in the eyes of the world government, not because of her combat ability, but because her knowledge alone has the power to bring down their entire rule. Next is Emu, the secret sovereign who rules the world from the shadows of the empty throne. Unlike anyone else alive, Emu is believed to have existed since the Void Century itself, the very era the world government has worked tirelessly to erase. This makes Emu not only the ultimate authority in the present day, but also one of the only individuals capable of reading and understanding the Poneglyphs. The Poneglyphs were created to preserve the truth of history, but for centuries, Emu has made it their mission to destroy anyone who attempts to uncover that truth, just like Annihilation of Ohara. Ivankov revealed that Emu is a descendant of the Nerona family, one of the 20 original families that founded the world government. He also suggested that Emu may have undergone the immortality surgery, which would explain their unnaturally long lifespan. Having lived for centuries, it wouldn't be surprising if Emu possesses the knowledge to read the Poneglyphs. Next is Joy Boy, the mysterious figure from the Void Century whose name echoes throughout history. Though much about him remains unknown, what we do know suggests that Joy Boy played a central role in the Great Conflict 800 years ago and had a direct connection to the Ancient Kingdom. He is mentioned in the Poneglyphs themselves, which means that not only was he aware of their existence, but he likely had the ability to read and write them as well. One of the most famous references to Joy Boy is found on the Poneglyph in Fishman Island, where he left behind an apology for breaking a promise to the fishmen. This strongly suggests that he not only understood, but also had the ability to read and write the ancient language. Even more importantly, Joy Boy's inscriptions are tied to the prophecy of his return. Odin, upon learning the truth of the world during his journey with Roger, declared that Wano must open its borders to welcome Joy Boy when he reappears. This connects Joy Boy directly to the Road Poneglyphs and the treasure on Laugh-Tale, as it seems he was the one who left behind the path to the One Piece itself. Lastly, we have Vegapunk and Momonosuke, who are considered possible members capable of reading the Poneglyphs. Vegapunk, who is known as the greatest genius in the world, Vegapunk has had access to knowledge no one else could reach. After the fall of Ohara, the books saved by the scholars were secretly moved to Punk Hazard, where Vegapunk most likely studied them. With his unmatched intellect, it's highly possible that he has deciphered parts of the ancient language, though the world government would never allow him to make it public. And Momonosuke, as the heir of the Kozuki clan, the very family that created the Poneglyphs, Momonosuke carries the potential to inherit this ancient knowledge. While he has not yet demonstrated the ability to read them, it is believed that with time, he could awaken this skill just as his father, Oden, once did. So what do you think who else in the series has the ability to read Poneglyphs? And who will be the first person to find all red Poneglyphs and reach Laugh-Tale? Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more One Piece breakdowns.